Right, today's tutorial is based on part 2 of our task to create a typographical digital portfolio cover page. The result will look something like this digital media logo that I did. So we have our logo that we designed in the previous session. If I zoom in, we'll notice that we have text running behind the logo, which actually forms the shape of the logo. So we're going to do this with the logo that we designed yesterday. Start by opening the logo from yesterday, designed. Firstly, we need to select all, Control A, copy that to the clipboard, Control C. Now we need a new Photoshop file, Control N, or File New. Size on this, we'll set to a width of 1600 and height 1200, resolution of 72. So we'll keep our 4:3 screen ratio on this one. With a new document there, first things first, we need to create a new layer. Control Shift N, or New Layer, which creates layer 1. We want to change our default colours to black and white, so press D. Now we want to fill layer 1 with black. Alt and backspace converts that to black. Next step, we need to paste our logo from our clipboard. Control V, or Edit Paste. Now the next step on here is to actually write our full name alongside our logo. So for this we need 2 text layers, T for text, setting our font as Century Gothic, weight regular, size 60 for starters. We can increase or decrease that as we need, and change our colour to something of choice, something nice and bright. Draw my text box, type my name, commit the change, do the same thing again, second text box layer. This time I'm changing my font weight to bold and my colour something with a heavy contrast. I'm avoiding any spaces on here. I'll just move this second text layer so it lines up with the first one. Well, actually, I'll do it the other way around. Avoiding any spacing so it reads as one flow of a line. I'm going to highlight both of these layers now so that I can align them with the V of the logo. Top layer highlighted, press my Shift key and click, and I get both layers highlighted. Now I can move both of these around together. I'm actually going to rotate these, edit, transform, rotate, and I get my little rotate icon. Move it into place. This is where you may decide to resize your text. And that's pretty good. Commit my change. Next step is to move my logo and my text so it's more or less centered on the page. So I'm going to hold my Shift key down, click on layer 2. Now I have all 3 layers highlighted. I'm on my move tool, and I can move those pretty well into place. There we go. Next step is to hide these 3 layers. Clicking on the eyeball hides those 3 for the moment. And now we want to create a new text layer, and this text layer is going to form all the text we have in the background. T for text. Draw a text box. At the moment, run off the canvas size just a bit, like so. Century Gothic, regular font size, regular weight. Font size 14, you can go smaller. The smaller you go, the more processing power you need from the computer, so the more patient you'll need to be. We're going to set our colour, from the colour picker down here, 404040, which is a mid-grey. And OK. Put caps lock on my keyboard and type my full name, all in capital letters. After I've typed my name once, I will press the spacebar, so I've got a space in between it. Now I want to select all of that text, Control A, copy that text, Control C, and paste that text, Control V. Now keep pressing Control V, and my text is pasting. I don't want to do that for too long. I want to cover the whole screen with that. I can now go Control A again, select all that text, Control C, copy all that text to the clipboard, Control V, and keep pressing Control V, and it keeps pasting that text. Do it again, Control A, selects all the text, Control V, copies all the text, Control C, copies the text, Control V, pastes the text. I'll keep pressing paste, Control V a few times after I'm off my canvas size, and that'll become evident in just a second. Commit my change. Now, the idea of this text layer, I'm just going to zoom in. We really do want it to look out of alignment like this. We don't want the text to be lining up in nice columns. We want the rows to be quite random. So the next step, and also what we want to do, for added effect, we're going to have this text on about a 45-degree angle. I'll zoom back out, zoom right out this time. I want to open my text layer again, double click on the T on the text layer, grab a hold of the corner and expand my text box. It needs to be quite large to be able to rotate. And if I hover my mouse on one of the corners, I have a rotate icon there. I can rotate. Like so. Commit my change. Use my move tool just to move that until that covers the whole screen. That should be pretty close. Let's zoom in and have a look. That's pretty good. Now, often what happens when you resize that text box is you run out of text, so you might need to copy some more of your text and paste it to fill the space, or you may need to adjust the width to make sure that you're getting this sort of a randomized alignment happening. That's really good. I'm happy with that. Okay, the next step is to make our logo layer visible again, which is layer 2. And we want to select just what's in the logo itself. So let's highlight layer 2. If I press my Control key and click on the thumbnail, I have my marching ants just running around the outside of my layer there. If I now make my layer 2 invisible, I have my marching ants just on my black canvas. My next step is to rasterize my text layer, which was this one here, right click, rasterize type. At this point I can no longer edit that text, so I have to be happy with it before that point. Now my selection here is still highlighted and I'm on my text layer which has been rasterized. I want to cut that selection. Control X will cut, or edit, cut. Straight away I want to paste it back. Control V, or edit paste. And watch what happens over here on our navigation pane. I have a new layer, layer 3, which, if I move these around, are just those letters. I want to move those so that they line up perfectly with the rest of the background, so we can't see them. They're effectively invisible. Okay, if I were to disable that layer, re-enable it, you can't actually see where they've been. The next step, layer 3 is still visible. We'd like to add a colour overlay. Click on our layer options down the bottom there, colour overlay. Showing us red overlay there. Let's change it to white. And OK. Okay. Now we need to create another new layer. Control Shift N, or new layer. We'd like to set our palette back to default colours. D for default. Alt backspace will fill that new layer, layer 4. And we need to set the fill of this layer to 0. Only a couple more steps to go. And what we need to do from here, so I'm just going to disconnect my mouse here because it's decided to not do the right thing. Okay, layer 4 highlighted. Oh, let's cancel. Okay, layer 4 highlighted. Now I need to go to my layer styles again, and I would like to go to inner glow. I'm going to change my inner glow colour to black. I'm going to change my blend mode to normal. I'm going to change my opacity to 70, noise to 0, choke to 7, size 250, range 50, jitter 0. What we'll have on our little preview screen here, we'll have essentially a transparent centre with a dark outline. And OK. I'm just going to zoom out, and what we can see is that we have a nice gradient into our centre. Zoom out a little bit more. I'm going to make my other two text layers visible, which is my name. And we're complete. Save the file. In our two required formats. In this case, surname first name underscore house group underscore folio cover. Format is Photoshop PSD and save. File, save as, same name, however we change the format to JPEG. Save. Maximum file size and OK. Just to zoom into this so you can see some of the detail. What we have is our logo with highlighted text. For a little added effect, you could go to your original rasterized layer and add a Gaussian blur to that. I've just noticed a defect in this, and that is that my two text layers here should be on top. Here we go. Now if I zoom in, I notice that my full name that I've typed here is on top of the background. So of course I would save that again. And that's complete. Thank you.